Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I want to start off by saying that I didn't post yesterday because it was Mother's Day, so I did want to spend time with my family. But I did take your guys' opinions in consideration when it came to the whole membership idea that I was throwing around the last video. So I did decide to make one. I didn't want to make it expensive or anything. I know there was one dude that was saying like charge $60 based on my hit rate and stuff like that, but I didn't want to charge that much. I just thought $10 was fair, and it's not going to change anything on the channel. It's just for those that want the videos out earlier before like the potential bumps and stuff like that. But it's not anything required. It's just if you want them early. The videos are still going to be the same. Nothing's going to change. I will try to get them out earlier, obviously, because that's the whole point of the membership. So I'll try to have the videos no later than like 8:30. The ones put for the memberships like 8:30 Central Time, and then put the video out later for everybody else. But just want to say that if you are interested in joining that, you would just click the join next to the subscribe button on the channel. And like I said, it's only $10, so it's not anything required. So if anybody does join, I really do appreciate it, but it's nothing required. There is a couple games tomorrow. Quickly going over yesterday's slate, I got one player prop wrong, 2 push, which was annoying. Bisaka and Raya both ended at 2. Vlahovic had 1 shot on target, and he didn't take a second one, and he got subbed out even though that they needed a goal. But Isco higher than 2.5 shots assisted hit, and Antoine Griezmann over 2.5 shots hit. And then when it came to the money lines, I swept those, went 3-0. Lazio beat Empoli, Atletico beat Celta, and Leverkusen beat Bochum. So swept the money lines, got 1 wrong on the player props. So they're pretty good on the last video. And there are a couple games for tomorrow's slate, and there weren't that many that I liked, but there were a couple that I did like, so I'll get into those. My first one is in Spain La Liga. It is Thibaut Courtois, lower than 0.5 goals allowed, playing at home for Real Madrid, going up against Deportivo Alaves. He's had 2 games back since returning from injury. He's been out for pretty much the whole season. I think he played maybe 1 or 2 games in the season and then got injured and had a really bad injury. But he's came back from injury. He's easing back into the team. He's had 2 games in the league since he's came back from injury, and he hit this mark in both of them. He kept a clean sheet in both of these games, and the odds are saying, or I guess word around of like manager talk and just team talk in general, is that he's gonna play the Champions League final in about 2 weeks and a half. So they're gonna play him because 1, he's coming back, and 2, they need him to get back and used to playing, I guess you can say, because it's been a long time. And Real Madrid have only conceded 9 goals in 17 home games, which is the best in the league. That's a really, really good defense. And Alaves is actually a bottom 3 attack away from home. They've only scored 12 goals in 17 away games. And this is their first home game since winning the league title. So there's going to be a lot of high morale, a lot of energy in the stadium. So they're going to want to go out there and they're going to want to perform for their home crowd. Real's not going to rest their players, at least their main starters, because like I said, the final is not for another 2 weeks and a half, so they have plenty of time to rest. So they're going to play their starters in this game, especially because, like I said, they just won the title, so they're going to want to put on the show for their home crowd. So like Thibaut Courtois, lower than 0.5 goals allowed. My next pick is actually his teammate. It is Vinicius Jr., higher than 1.5 shots on target. He came through for us last game when we took him in that combo play. You can also take a look at his shots. I believe it's like at 3.5. But I think that if he takes that 4th shot, which he needs to go over, his first 3, 2 of them will be on target. So I just like the 1.5 shots on target. If it does get bumped or taken away, you can also take his 3 or 3.5 shots in general if you want to. But he averages 1.86 shots on target per 90 in the league. He shoots a little more at home, which is obviously a boost for us. He's gone over this mark in his last 5 out of 5 league games, that's including home and away. So it just shows that he's been in form when he's played in the league. And like I said before, this is the first game since winning the league. So since he's in the attack, they're obviously going to want to score, and he's definitely going to be involved. Whether it's through the counter, he'll take long shots, he'll shoot if he has the space. And Alaves are a mediocre defensive team in general. They allow 13.2 shots away from home, and he has gone over this mark in 8 out of 10 games where Madrid shoot 13 plus shots. At least if they shoot at least 13 shots, he's gone over an 8 out of 10. And Madrid in general, just Real Madrid averaged 17.9 shots at home, so they already average way more than 13, and he's 8 out of 10 in games where they shoot at least 13. So I think it's a good mark coming off winning the league. I like Vinicius Jr. to go higher than 1.5 shots on target. My next pick is in the English Premier League. It is Rodri higher than 1.5 shots attempted, playing away from home, for City going up against Tottenham. First of all, I just love the fact that you're actually getting this as a scorcher. Other sportsbooks like Prize Picks have his at 2, and you can take this at 1.5, and you're getting plus money for it. I like that in general already, and the reason why is because he averages 1.7 shots at home, but when he plays away, which is where he's playing, he averages 2 shots. And I've taken him weeks back in a prop before, and I took him there because I said before that he only shoots when he needs to, and they need to win this game. If they want to win the league title, they're really, really close. As long as they win every game, they'll win. And he's a big game player. Same reason why I took him last time. When they need to win, he always performs. He'll play up. He's next to John Stones, and John Stones is mainly the one that sits back a little more, and he's the one that distributes the play around. So he'll take long shots. He'll be in there for headers, and he's played them 4 times, including this season and last season, and he's gone over this mark in 3 out of 4 games. The one where he missed, he only had 1, but he was playing more as a distributor because I believe De Bruyne wasn't there, but now De Bruyne is, so he's gonna be more. He doesn't have to worry too much about the distributing part as much, and he's gonna play full minutes because when it's a big game like this, he will play the full game. The only times where he ever gets subbed out is when they're up by like 3 or 4 goals. Even if they're up by 1 or 2, he will still stay in the game to make sure they keep the lead. So he's going to play full minutes. He's a big game player. He shoots more away from home in general. So like Rodri to go higher than 1.5 shots. And my last pick is back in Spain La Liga. It is Savio higher than 0.5 goals and assists, playing at home for Girona, going up against Villarreal. He has 12 goals and assists in 16 home league games. That's a 75% hit rate, so it's already good for us. And when he played him earlier in the season, away from home, he got an assist, so went over this mark, and he's gone over this in his last 4 out of 5 home games, so that's 80% hit rate right there. Girona are expected to score 2. In my opinion, they could score 3, so already they're going to be, they're expected to score, so it's not like it's going to be they can maybe score a goal and hopefully he gets involved. Girona will definitely score, and I think he will be involved. Villarreal are weak at guarding skillers, which is where he plays. He's on the wing. He's a good dribbler. He's a good skiller. And they also have motivation to win just because there's a small battle to get second place between them and Barcelona. This is the first time, I believe, in their history that they've ever qualified for the Champions League. And now they're playing at home, which surprisingly are actually the best attack in La Liga at home. They scored the most goals, and he's been a big contributor of that. I believe they scored 46 goals at home, and he has 12 goals and assists, so he contributes to 33% of their goals in general. So if they score 2, which I think they will, I think he will be involved. And Villarreal will also be aggressive because they are fighting for a top 7 spot, and Villarreal are already weak off the counter. So if they're going to be too aggressive, that's just an even better opportunity for players like Savio to run on the wings and run in behind, and for him to either score or pass the ball to someone like Dovbyk or Siganov for him to contribute a goal or assist. So like Savio to go higher than 0.5 goals and assists. I want to give a shout out to my partner, Underdog Fantasy. You can use code Maikito, linked in the description. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. I also have my Fliff, where I have the code there, which is what I use to place my moneyline plays. Mobile app, that's where I use mine. It's just easier for me. And then I also have my Cashapp linked in the description if you're ever feeling generous and want to give back. Again, I've always said it's never required. It's just really much appreciated if you guys either want to do that or use any of my codes. I have 2 moneyline plays. They're both in Spain La Liga. The first one is the Real Madrid first half 3-way moneyline against Alaves. Like I spoke earlier on the Courtois play, I don't think Alaves scores, so it's not I'm not worried about Alaves scoring in the first half. It's more just whether or not Real Madrid scores in the first half, and I think they will. Like I said, Alaves, they've only scored 4 goals in 17 away games in the first half. So, and they score 8 in the second, so they're more likely to, if they are to score in the second half. So that's why I'm taking the first half 3 on money line. And then Alaves have conceded 11 goals in 17 games. so they have a decent hit rate when it comes to them conceding in the first half. And like I spoke in the Courtois and the Vinicius pick, they just won the league. It's their first home game since winning the league. So there's going to be a lot of them attacking with their full squad: Rodrigo, Vinicius, Bellingham, Valverde, Cruz. Their full attack is there, and I just think this is a good spot to take Real Madrid in the first half. So I like the Madrid first half 3-way money line against Alaves. And my second one, like I said, also in Spain La Liga, it is the Girona money line against Villarreal. They beat them in the first game away from home 2-1. And I also said earlier they have the best attack at home. They've scored 46 goals in 17 games, so they average over 2 goals scored at home. And they've won 14 out of 17 home games, so that's really, really good. The only games that they didn't win is a tie against Sociedad, who have a good defense, a tie against Bilbao, who have a really good defense, and a loss against Real, the champions of La Liga. So the 3 games that they didn't win were against really good defensive oppositions, but Villarreal is not that. While they do have a decent attack, their defense is not good at all. They concede, I believe, about 2 goals a game. I like the value, and the reason why I think the value is here is because, like I said, Villarreal are going to be aggressive because they want to try to win to get top 7. But I think Girona is just too good of a team for them to beat. Girona likes playing off the wings. Villarreal's not good at defending the wings. So I just like the matchup in general. Girona score a lot. Villarreal are not good defensively. So I like the Girona money line against Villarreal. Thank you everybody for watching the video. Like I said, I did start the membership, so if it's something you're interested in, you can check that out. But if not, I said earlier, nothing's going to change. I doubt there'll be any added plays tomorrow just because it's a small slate. But I might, just because they could add some more plays later on in the day, like passing or lower or bump the shooting props or something like that. So you can keep an eye out for that, but I don't think it is likely. But hopefully you all have a good night, and we can cash out again tomorrow and keep the streak going.